So in this experiment, we are going to measure a physical parameter called pressure. So first see this kit. So this is called Bourdon pressure transducer training kit. So and this is called air pumper. So with this instrument, we are going to pump the air to the C tube transducer. Okay. So here in the Bourdon transducer, C-type tube will be there. That is one of the Bourdon transducer. So see this diagram. So here, so this is called C tube. So this is one of the Bourdon pressure tube. So this is called pressure tank, and this one gauge block, and this is called input pressure, and here it is called core. Core is nothing but it is LVDT. So this LVDT will show the displacement in display meter. Okay. Now the pressure for the units for the pressures are PSI. PSI stands for pounds per square inch. Okay. So first we have to apply we have to create some pressure in the Bourdon tube. So in order to create some pressure, we have to pump the air to the Bourdon tube. Okay. So to pump the air, we are using this air pumper. Okay. Now you see experiment. Before starting the experiment, make sure that here the display in mm, so it should show 0.00. Suppose if it is not showing 0.00, adjust this button and make sure that here it should show 0 displacement. Okay. So now I already told you the units for the pressure are the PSI. PSI stands for pounds per square inch. Okay. So now this instrument is called air pumper. By using this air pumper, we have to pump the air to the Bourdon tube. Okay. In the Bourdon tube, there are 3 types of Bourdon tubes are there. Among those, we are using a C-type Bourdon tube. So C-type tube is one of the Bourdon tube. Okay. So by using this air pumper, we have to pump the air. So that's why this is called the applied input pressure. So this is called applied input pressure, or we can call it as a theoretical pressure. So this theoretical pressure is to be compared with the practical pressure which is showing in the Bourdon tube. Okay. So how to pump the air means here you see. So here this is called PSI indication. In the PSI indication, you can see here from 0 to 150 is there. So but only up to 20 or 30 we can pump. Why? Because after 30 it is very difficult for us to pump the air. So that's why make sure that only up to 20 or 30 you can pump the air. Okay. Now it is 0. Now I will apply the pressure so that you will get the reading. One more thing, make sure that while applying the pressure with this instrument, make sure that this valve should be closed. If it is in open, everything air will be leaked out. So that's why make sure that while pumping the air, first close the valve. After closing the valve, you can pump the.
Done.
So this is called applied input pressure. So by using this air pumper, we have to pump the air to the Bourdon tube. Okay. So before pumping, make sure that this valve should be in off position. So this valve should be in off position. Okay. So now I applied all the pressure here. So you can see the reading in the PSI. So it is 20 PSI is there. So 20 PSI is the applied applied pressure. It is called a theoretical pressure. Okay. So that you can note down here. This is the input applied pressure. I applied some 20. Okay. So to this theoretical pressure, what the Bourdon pressure is showing, that is called measured pressure. So that measured pressure you can see here. You see on dial is there. Okay. In the dial, so 2 readings are there. So outside reading and inner side readings. Inner side reading is our PSI. So that's why you just compare this applied input pressure PSI with the practical measured PSI what the this dial inner dial is showing. Okay, so now here you see for 20 here the inner dial reading is approximately 18, so 18 PSI. Measured PSI is 18 PSI, applied input PSI is 20 PSI. So that you can note down here. So this is the input applied pressure 20. So to this what board on tube is showing, that is called measured pressure, that is here for us 19 or 18. So these two values should coincide. So if the variation is more, then it indicates that this zero setting is done wrongly. If it is perfectly adjusted to 0, then these two values will be coincide. Okay, so this is the theoretical pressure, applied pressure, input pressure 20 psi. To this we are getting 18 psi, 18 or 19. Okay, so next after that, you see here in this entire setup, in this experiment, totally two transducers will be there. So one is called board-on tube, that is called a C tube. C tube is one of the board-on tube. Okay, so this board-on tube is called as primary transducer, and you see here this diagram. So here core is there. This core is nothing but LVDT. So this LVDT is called as secondary transducer in this experiment. So two transducers are there. C tube is called board-on tube. It is primary transducer, and LVDT, I mean core here. This LVDT, it is called a secondary transducer. Now here you see this C tube is like this. It will be there. So two ends will be there for this C tube. So this is the first end and this is the second end. Okay. So this first end is connected to pulley. So here some arrangement will be there, mechanical arrangement. It is called pulley. So pulley. So this board-on tube C tube, one end is connected to this pulley, and from this it is connected to LVDT. So this is called LVDT, and it is called secondary transducer. Okay. To this LVDT, some display meter will be attached. Okay. Now here it is LVDT, and one end of C tube, board-on tube is connected to pulley. From pulley it is connected to LVDT. Okay. The other end of C tube will be connected to some pressure tank. Other end of C tube is connected to pressure tank. Okay. Now what will happen if we are applying pressure from the air pump? That is called input applied pressure. So whenever we are pumping the air, initially the air will be stored in the pressure tank, or it is called air tank. Okay. From the air tank, the air will be going to this C tube. Okay. Whenever the air is flowing through this C tube, some pressure will be created in the C tube. So because of that pressure, this end will be moved in the upside like this. Initially the position is here. Because of the pressure created, this position will be moved to the upward side, this side. If the pressure is high, this will be moved in the upward side. If the pressure is low, this position of this C tube will be moved in the downward side. Okay. So because of this movement, it is connected to this pulley. So based on this pulley, based on the pressure, the C tube end will be moved in the upward direction and the forward direction. Because of that, this LVDT will be moved in the forward direction and also in the backward direction. So why? Because LVDT is nothing but linear variable differential transducer. Okay. So this LVDT will convert that pressure, will show that pressure into displacement. Okay. So that displacement you can see in the display meter. Okay. Now here you see. So internally some black color C tube will be there. That is called board-on tube, C tube, and one end is connected to pulley as is shown in the diagram. Other end will be connected to air tank. Internally air tank will be there. To that air tank, other end of board-on tube will be connected. Okay. Based on the applied pressure, the other end of this C tube will be moved in the forward, upward direction and the backward direction. Based on this movement, it is connected to LVDT. LVDT will be there inside this kit. Okay. Now based on that applied pressure, based on the movement of C tube, LVDT is also moved in the upward direction and the backward direction. Now this LVDT, what it will show? It will show, always it will show the displacement in mm. The displacement in mm. That displacement value we can see in this display meter. So this is the display meter. So displacement in mm. Okay. So totally some 3 readings we have to take here. Okay. So this is called input applied pressure that we can measure here by using this air pumper. Here one PSI will be there. This is called theoretical PSI. Input applied PSI. PSI stands for pounds per square inch. Okay. To this input applied pressure, what bore down pressure tube is showing, that is called measured pressure. So one example I am telling here. I applied 20 PSI in the air pumper. So this is called input applied pressure. To this bore down tube is showing 18 or 19 internally. You can see here internal dial, not outside the dial, inner dial. Inner dial is showing some 18. Okay. So for that, what LVDT is showing displacement. That displacement you can see here. It is called 5.5 G. That we have to note down here. So previously they got some 8.42. Now we are getting 5 point something. Whatever it is showing here, you have to note down here. So input pressure, theoretical pressure, measured value, measured PSI, input PSI. For that, what is the LVDT is showing displacement. That we have to note down here. Okay. So that's all. After that, we have to find out the percentage error between the input applied PSI and the measured PSI. 20 is there, 19 is there. Percentage error can be calculated by, so this is true value minus measured value by true value into 100. It is there here. Percentage error can be calculated by true value minus measured value by true value into 100. By using these two, like that we have to take the different values. Initially I kept 20. Now you keep on reducing. How to reduce means here, you see, this valve is there. You just release the air slowly and see the input PSI there. Stop. Okay. Now again close the valve. Now it is now it is showing here 11, approximately 11 or 12. That we have to note down here. So something 10 here it is there. For that, what inner dial is shown here, you see. So 10, 11, 12. Exactly it is showing. For 11 is the theoretical PSI and 12 is the measured PSI. So that you have to note down. So like that, you can take any randomly any 10 values. So 10 values. For the 10 values, what bore down pressure tube is showing, that is called measured pressure. So input applied pressure, measured pressure. For that, each reading we have to take the displacement in this fan. So this displacement will be shown by using LVDT. So this is a LVDT. Now here, this pressure is related to input applied air pump. Okay. The moment of this LVDT is proportional to the moment of this C tube. The moment of this C tube is proportional to input applied pressure. So finally, pressure is converted into PSI here. So in this experiment, first we are going to measure the pressure. So then we are converting that pressure into some displacement. This displacement is shown by this LVDT. So that's why totally 2 transducers will be there. Bore down pressure tube, primary transducer. By using this primary transducer, we can measure the pressure. Pressure is a physical parameter. So after that, that measured pressure is converted into some linear displacement. That displacement will be shown by LVDT, and the value of this linear displacement will be indicated in the display meter in terms of mm. Here, it's not PSI, it is mm, millimeter. So finally, like that we have to take any 10 readings. After taking these values, we have to plot a graph between input applied pressure and measured PSI.